You are watching Park TV. Welcome to Monadnock Tonight with your host, Steve Jackson. Coming to you live from the studios of the Park Theater in downtown Jaffrey, New Hampshire. Join Steve as he previews the new Park TV show, Route 124 Bandstand. Kindly sit back, relax, and here's Steve.
Well, good afternoon, good early, good evening to everyone. Happy September 1st, if that is a time to be happy. And the summer's starting to come to an end. That's not the greatest news, but fall is beautiful everywhere, and especially up here. So we'll take it. So greetings and welcome to Park TV's Monadnock Tonight. And it is Tuesday, September 1st, 2020. It's about 5 p.m. here on the East Coast, and this is show number 45. And hello, I am Steve Jackson, CEO of the Park Theater and your host. And we are so glad you could join us on this very special Monadnock Tonight, because we have a sneak preview debut of a new show produced for Park TV. So that's coming up very quickly now, so stay tuned. But just a couple of quick notes first. This Thursday, we have as our guest New Hampshire State Representative District 14 Republican primary candidate Matthew Santonastasso. He will be here talking about why he is running. He's from, I believe, Ringe, and he'll tell us about his background, why he's running, and what the issues are that concern him, and why he is running to be a state representative for District 14, which includes Jaffrey. Also, we need to let you know and remind you that starting next week, Monadnock Tonight will be on once a week, only on Thursdays at 5 p.m. So Thursdays at 5 p.m. will be the ongoing slot from now until whenever. Hopefully, our plan was originally to develop this show once the theater was open, and then we fast forwarded and due to COVID-19 and wanted to get on the air to be able to communicate with everyone and bring great guests and music to you folks. So, but our original intention was to pull a show together from the Park Theater once a week with guests from the arts and entertainment, primarily arts and entertainment world, regionally, locally, and occasionally when they're popping through nationally. But that will start to happen. So next Thursday will be our first week where we're not on Tuesdays, but we are on every Thursday at 5 p.m. And so that's that news. But many reasons why you might have tuned in today is that we have some news today, because for the past month, we have been developing a new program for Park TV and the Park Theater. We're developing a new show that is 100% music-based and features young singers, songwriters, musicians, bands, even DJs. From high school, college, young adult. It is called Route 124 Bandstand. It is produced at the Gazebo Bandstand on the Jaffrey Common Park, that is on Main Street, right across from the street from the Park Theater. And one of the things, as we're before we preview the show today, that we want to alert everyone to, and we've been posting this on Facebook and other social media and elsewhere in the in the Monadnock region, is that we are looking for auditions of musicians to be on the show. And so, based on what I was talking about in terms of if you know anyone that is of that age, it's more of a young music oriented show. So if they're high school, college graduate, recent college graduate, please let us know about them, or have them directly email us at parktv@theparktheater.org. And if they can include a link to a performance, that would be great, because that will help us in terms of doing our auditions. But we love to show folks that are established, folks that are coming up. We've reached out to a lot of friends from the friends of the theater from high school, and other people in the recording industry, in the music industry in our area, because this is a show where we're just trying to find that young, fresh talent that's out there that we want to be able to present every week. And this will not be, as you will shortly see, it's not hosted by me. No, it is hosted by and produced by our intern, Andrea Cornelius. It will be a taped show. And that's being done primarily because some of the artists have been talking to us. They don't like the quality of Zoom and music, and that's understandable. So we'll be able to tape this. And as I said, we're taping it right on the gazebo across the street with the theater in the background. So being taped, we will announce when a new show has been posted on YouTube and Facebook. And so that's how we'll alert, but it's basically not going to be a 5 p.m. like Monadnock Tonight live. It is, we'll let you know that a new show has been put up on social media and probably on the parktheater.org website. And you can access the new shows that way. So absolutely without further ado, our premiere of Route 124. Sit back and enjoy.
Welcome to Route 124, a show produced by the Park Theater. I'm your host, Andrea Cornelius. We're here on the bandstand in Jaffrey Common, and this is the show where we feature and discover up-and-coming musical artists, young musical artists, and just new talents from the Monadnock region and from the greater New Hampshire and New England area. And due to the coronavirus pandemic, we can't be inside and in the Park Theater filming performances or with audience. So we're making sure that everything is safe, filming completely outside, wearing masks and distancing performers, and taking all the necessary precautions during this time. Today, we have a favorite of the Park Theater. You've seen her on Monadnock Tonight, and you've seen her on our telethon if you tuned into that. And she's going to be performing a couple songs, and we'll have a short interview with Eve as well. So enjoy this first performance by Eve Pierce.
Hi, I'm Eve. This is God of Love. From the first day that Venus was first born from her shell, since that day every man has his own tale to tell. They say she smiles upon lovers, then why must lovers be the saddest wretches any man ever did see? Oh God of love, have pity on me. How may I suffer this indignity? that psyche laid eyes upon her love. Since that day, she knew there was a God above, and she sang, if love is blind, then why is it when you hold me that my eyesight's 20/20, and we think all love is going to be true? But the truth is I haven't loved till I met you. Truth is I haven't loved. My name is Icarus. I flew too close to the sun, and though it burned my eyebrows off, I'd do it again just for fun. I'm a sucker for pain, but you seem to heal me. You're holding me back, but you still thrill me. And I wish that you'd just take my hand. I could lead you to the promised land. And baby, I'd be Hades, you'd be Persephone. Why can't you just come run away with me now? 'Cause I could be anything that you'll ever need. Who needs the world when I can give you my heart? So join me in the darkness and maybe stay for a little while. 'Cause you can light my crooked path with your sunshiny smile. Oh darling, please stop by. Oh darling, please come down. You got a face like Narcissus, and God knows I've got the narcissism. For you I might just listen to reason and not keep spouting cynicism. For the longest time the only thing that kept me living was my pride. But maybe all of that could change if you just came inside. And baby, I'd be Hades, you'd be Persephone. Why can't you just come run away with me now? 'Cause I could be anything that you'll ever need. Who needs a world when I can give you my heart? So join me in the darkness and maybe stay for a little while. 'Cause you can light my crooked path with your sunshiny smile. Oh darling, please stop by. Oh darling, please come down. You tell me reveling in pain isn't healthy, but love, I'd rather hold it close than bury it deep inside me. And if you need some space, love, I'll get by. But no, I'd tear the world in two if it could just be you and I. And baby, I'd be Hades, you'd be Persephone. Why can't you just come run away with me now? 'Cause I could be anything that you'll ever need. Who needs a world when I can give you my heart? So join me in the darkness and maybe stay for a little while. 'Cause you can light my crooked path with your sunshiny smile. Oh darling, please stop by. Oh darling, please come down.
Okay, well, hello, Eve. Thank you for coming on the show.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Of course. So Eve and I actually know each other. We worked together over the summer the past 2 years at the Peterborough Players, which is a regional theater not too far from here. And so Eve and I have a lot of experience working together long hours, and I got to know Eve pretty well. And so when I first met Eve, it was apparent that she was extremely talented, but it was actually the first cabaret, I think, where she tap danced and play the ukulele and sang all at the same time, and I was like, oh, this girl is going places. So why don't just first, as like an anecdote, how did you learn how to do that? Why did you do that?
Oh God, well I did it, I don't know how, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
I did it, well one, my mother really loves that song, so she was like, you should learn this song, and I was like, okay, and she was like, you should tap dance while you play it, and I was like, okay, and I was like 16 at the time, and I did it for my high school's open mic night, essentially, we called it Grand Night. And I learned, basically, I had to learn how to play the strums, because your hand is doing an entirely different thing than your feet are doing, and you just sort of, I had to learn how to either do the same rhythm with my hand and my feet, or just deal with both being different, and it just sort of got to the point where it became like one motion in my entire body. But it just really took like weeks, like a month of working on that. I tried to like come up with another ukulele tap number a few years later, and I was like, oh yeah, this took me like a month to figure out how to make it one like fluid movement with my whole body. So it was really just like work really hard on it and pray it doesn't go wrong. And when I first did it, I was going really fast, which I had to teach myself not to do because it was just really difficult that way. So,
well, I was incredibly impressed by that. It was one of the most impressive performance things I've ever seen. But, so I obviously got to know you through like musical theater and theater in general, and you have a lot of experience with theater. Was making music always something you had wanted to do, or did you kind of fall into it after doing musical theater?
It's sort of, when I was a kid, I definitely wanted to write music, but I didn't know how to write the music and put words to it. And it got to the point where I think I was 16, and I began writing my own music. But it was through way of theater, because I began finding songs within Shakespeare plays, because I'm a huge Shakespeare nerd, and writing melodies for those with my ukulele. And then I was like, oh, now I have songs, because I've just been writing Shakespeare songs. And it got to the point where I could segue into writing my own lyrics and writing more complicated things. So it sort of happened by way of me adoring theater, but it grew into its own thing, and it's something I've always loved and wanted to do, but I didn't know I could do it until I just stumbled upon writing Shakespeare lyrics.
Well, your music is, it's so catchy and it's so interesting. So the way genres of music are described these days, it gets really messy, so how would you describe your music?
Oh God. I guess I'm like folk rock. I hang out in folk rock. Sometimes I am like more like vintage rock. Sometimes I skew more into folk rock. Sometimes I skew all the way into folk punk. But I'm very folksy, I guess. I've never really been able to think about like writing a genre. It's very like, I'll just write a song and be like, I don't know where this fits into the grand scheme of things, but it's a song that it exists now. So I guess I'm very folksy. You can definitely folk alternative. I'm coining it
New
if it hasn't been
genre.
coined. That sounds right. Yes.
So have you been working on anything new lately?
Oh, all the time. I've been recording album in Loudsound Studios in Jaffrey, New Hampshire, for like the past year or so, and that had to pause because of Corona. And when it paused, I just like started writing more music. Like I kept thinking of new ideas for songs, and I was able to expand how I wrote. I started just writing like music and lyrics at the same time, but I was able to expand into writing. I started writing lyrics first, which is very funny considering I couldn't write lyrics. Originally, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't bring myself. I just started writing lyrics. I would just like type it into a note stock. I would hear like a sentence I liked and I would be like, I'm gonna use that. And I just started writing songs around like 3 sentences and I would have to tie them all together. So I've been working on like a second semi-cohesive album while still preparing to finish my first and just writing whatever I can and writing more Shakespeare songs. I fell back into writing the Shakespeare songs. So I've been writing for all of the Rona times.
Nice. Well, that's awesome. Definitely using your time wisely. Is there a certain like specific second step in your career, or just something that you're aiming for to do next?
Oh God, I don't know. I just perform more once we can perform again. Once we can be in places again, really just like getting things out there. I want to get more music. I want to get more of my music out there because I haven't gotten a ton of opportunities. I do have like 2 singles out, but I still have an entire catalog of songs I have to release. So I want to get those out there, and I kind of want to dip into more different kinds of writing and songwriting and just expanding as much as I can into different fields, and maybe bringing like more like music into my theater stuff and more theater into my music stuff. Like I just want everything to cross over, ideally. That's so vague, but that's exactly what I mean. Like it's just like I want to tie everything together in a neat little bow. Yeah. And sort of give people more of my stuff. Give people more music.
Well, that's a great goal. Okay, ready? Current favorite song?
Cannibal Queen. I forget who it's by. Oh, I shouldn't pick that. Someone to Watch Over Me, but specifically the Frank Sinatra version.
Okay. What's the first favorite song you remember?
Oh God. The first favorite song I remember, Finnegan's Wake, specifically the Clancy Brothers version.
Okay. What's the most overrated musical annotation?
Annotation? Oh God. I'm trying to remember what annotations are, Andrea. Andrea, I haven't written sheet music in so long.
Like piano or mezzo forte or like staccato, all those things.
Oh, geez. Oh, crescendos. Why not just simply be loud all the time?
Okay. Most underrated musical annotation.
Like triplets. Just triplets. I enjoy them a lot.
They're snazzy.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite chord?
Favorite chord? C7.
Good one. Okay. Middle of the song key changes, yes or no?
Oh, absolutely. I need to do more key changes in my songs, I think.
Playlist on shuffle or in order?
Depending on the entire vibe and point of the playlist. Sometimes this playlist has a specific goal it has to reach. Sometimes it's for a specific thing. Sometimes it is just to achieve a vibe, so then you can hit shuffle. But if it's for a specific journey you have to take, then in order. I make a lot of playlists. Can you tell?
That's a very experienced answer.
Yeah.
Okay, is the kazoo an instrument?
Absolutely. I almost brought a kazoo today, but I totally lost it.
Okay. Well, this has been fun talking to you, Eve. Do you want to leave on a joke in these trying times?
Oh, yes. Riddle me this. What do you call a sleeping bull?
What?
A bulldozer. Oh!
Okay, thanks for being here, Eve.
Thank you, Andrea. Hi, I'm Eve.
I'm Patrick.
And this is Destiny. I've learned the only rule is for love that one must be a fool. So it's fair.
Don't go anywhere. Route 124 on the bandstand. We'll be right back.
At Marvin, we make more than just windows and doors. We make brighter mornings, open invitations, and relaxing retreats. We make windows and doors inspired by how you live, so you're inspired to live well.
Discover Marvin at Beltate's, your local Marvin retailer. Since 1898, Beltate's product specialists have been offering quality building products throughout southern and central New Hampshire. Visit one of our 6 displaying locations or beltates.discovermarvin.com.
If you're an artist or a musician or someone who would like to get a little exposure for their new music, then contact us at parktv@theparktheater.org. That's parktv@theparktheater.org. We're always looking for new artists and new musicians to feature on our show. So if you're interested or you know someone who might be interested, definitely email us. We'd love to hear from you. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Well, how about that? Is that pretty amazing? Really, a huge thanks to Andrea for helping to pull that all together, for being our host, and Eve, who, as you know, has been with us on Monadnock Tonight, and she was on our telethon show performing as well. Thank you, Eve. Thank you, Patrick, for joining Eve. Now, Patrick will be the focus of our next show that'll be released sometime next week. But again, a huge thanks to Andrea for pulling this together and finding the talent out there that is going to be on the show in the coming weeks. So again, as we said at the top of the show, and Andrea said at the end there, if you know of anyone who is in high school, who is in college or just out of college and is making music either by themselves or in a duo or in a band, or they're a DJ, this is a chance for them to show their stuff and show it to the Monadnock community and beyond. But we think this is going to be a fun show with a young twist on it. And but we need lots of people to lots of performers to come on to it. So again, go to Park TV, email us at parktv@theparktheater.org. And that's also the same where if you have any questions about sponsoring our program, you can also help underwrite Route 124 if you're a business and you would like, or an individual, and you would like to help the production of the show and support us here at the Park Theater. We would love to chat with you about it. It's very affordable, and you get a lot of great exposure for certainly if you're a business or if you're an organization or if you're just someone who wants to support the arts, specifically in something like this. We would love to hear from you, and we could talk to you about how you can be a sponsor, much like Beltates has helped underwrite Monadnock Tonight. And we always thank them for everything they do for the theater. And they've been very, very generous to us. So any questions, again, if you have questions about Monadnock Tonight, if you have questions about Route 124, if you know anyone that you would recommend for us to audition for Route 124, please have them email us. You can also have them, or you can call in their name and let us be aware of these folks. We would love to get them on the program. And we come to the end of our show and of Monadnock Tonight, but really we have to call this we have to call this Route 124 today, because that's what the show was. But I'm putting up the wrong slide. Sorry, folks. But we'll get it. We'll get it up there. There we are. And as we say at the end of every Monadnock Tonight, we remind everyone to please be safe, be healthy, be kind to all, and be hopeful, because we can do this. I am Steve Jackson. Thank you so much for joining us on this very special show. Stay tuned, and we will let you know about future Route 124 bandstand shows as they are produced, and you can watch them anytime you would like. And that's it. And we will see you Thursday on Monadnock Tonight at 5 p.m. Thanks, everybody.